Hey everybody, welcome to Bucks County, Pennsylvania here on PlayStation 4. We're gonna be starting episode 1 of a brand new series. It's gonna be a realistic series, a realism series. Well, at least as realistic as I can get it here on console. It's not as fancy as all these PC players. They have all the cool mods, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna do a realistic United States USA series here on console. I'm very excited. I've been working on this map specifically for a long time now. I think I have about 20 hours of prep work going into this map, so I'm pretty eager to get this series recorded and posted for everyone to see. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, suggestions. You know, if you like it, drop a like. Hey, I'm just glad that you're here to see it. So I'm really excited to get it started. We're almost here. We're right down the road. And I'm basing this series kind of a little bit off of real life. My family does own acreage in Pennsylvania, but it's not really a farm so much as it is a hunting property. So that's what we use it as. But here we are. This is the front entrance here. Let's check the mail because this is our first day moving in. Me and the family and the kids have decided to move back home. We've been living down south for a while now, and we decided to come back home. And we bought Grandpa's Farm. That's what we're going to be calling this place, is Grandpa's Farm. So it doesn't look like we have any mail, so that's alright. Come up the driveway here. It's a lovely driveway. I'm excited for this grass to grow in fully. It's going to be our hay field here, because I have a few plans for animals. I don't want to spoil anything too yet, not till we get to the farm anyways, but it's a nice long driveway. I like it. Tucked away back here in the woods. It's a little overgrown. Maybe we could work on that over time, but it's a fixer-upper of a farm, that's for sure. And that's what I like. I don't like these brand new modern farms, but here's the farmhouse. It's nice. It's exactly what me and the family needed. 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. Need some work, but it was built here in, I want to say 70s or 80s. You know, right when the farm was booming back here. But here's the farm behind the house. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm excited about it. And if you know anything about console farming simulator, the building is a lot harder. At least you're very limited to what you can place, where you can place things. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out, especially this area right here. This is going to be the horse barn. This was an old horse barn. Unfortunately, this is just a decoration object. You can't go inside at all, but that's alright, because with this just being a decoration object, it allowed me to place these fences and all these decorations right up against the building. So it's really just for roleplay, for my imagination, but I'm pretty excited about how it turned out. In here is where they would have kept horses and stuff. Here's our water. We got a water hookup right here. This is a functional water station. This is a regular pallet, you know. We like to keep things realistic over here as much as we can, at least I do, but we'll move back through the farm a little bit here. I love the layout. It seems pretty realistic to me anyways, at least the farms that I've seen around Pennsylvania, growing up there and living there for 22 years, I think is when we moved, 23 maybe, but yep, there's the horse barn. We plan to buy some horses and bring the horses in there, but here's where their hay is going to be stored, in the hay loft there. Nothing too special, just a US hay silo. Here we got some old grain bins. As you can tell, these are old as can be. These were put here on the farm right when it started getting big, so they're pretty old. They could probably need upgraded over time, so we could do that. That's another thing that we could do, but they work for now. We're not really going to be doing much grain anyways. I plan on doing mostly corn and hay for now, at least this season. Over here, this is probably the newest building on the farm. This was built in the 80s. It's a workshop. It's very nice. Got all the tools we need, and on the inside here, this is a tractor that I'm very excited about. This tractor mod just got released today. It's by Julian F Modding. Go show him some love. This is the International 86 Series tractor, and I'm so excited to be using this tractor. Came out at the perfect time, right when I wanted to do this US series. So why don't we hop in here and fire it up real quick, see what it sounds like. Ooh. I like it, I like it. I'm excited to use this. Really excited for this. It's perfect for what we need here on the farm. 1486. It's 79, I believe, is what the year I'm gonna go with. I have been on Tractor House doing a lot of research to see what is for sale in the area in real life. So beside this shop over here, we have the me and my wife's camper. We have a real ass camper. It's a 2003 Gulfstream 28-foot camper, so had to throw that in here because we have one in real life. Over here, this big barn, this is the old pig farm barn. They had pigs back in the day. Right now, I don't plan on doing any pigs. Maybe in the next couple of years we can think about doing pigs. I have never done pigs with seasons, so I'm a little bit nervous to try it out. We'll see. You guys can let me know what you think. So we'll see. But over here is where a lot of the equipment is stored. This is the main storage shed. Oh, just bumped the mic, sorry. This is the main equipment shed here. Over here, first thing you see is a old bush hog mower. You know, good for maintaining the property. Got some pallet forks. Everybody needs some pallet forks. Got a lot of junk to clean up over here. This farm's been kind of just left alone for a long time. At least that's what we're gonna say. But they have some good stuff. At least everything we need to get started. There's some weird things over here. You might be wondering what these are, but I'll go through them here. Here's our cultivators. We got this is gonna be, I have a list of all my real life counterpart items. I'm a little bit nerdy, so here we go. This chisel here is gonna be our International 55 chisel plow that we do for our tillage. This behind it here is gonna be our John Deere 613 disc. This is an older model. It's a John Deere. It's the only John Deere. One of the only John Deere pieces we have here on the farm. We have two pieces of John Deere equipment. But this is the old International 4-bottom plow. This doesn't get used much anymore. It's really just used for, you know, tractor shows and antique kind of vintagey stuff. But we might not use this too much. Maybe we will just for fun. And this, you're probably wondering why I even have this, because this is not an American tool. This is a Pottinger Mech 6, I believe is what it's called. But this is going to be our International 2PR corn picker, is what we're going to be pretending this is. So this is going to be a sweet corn picker, and I would love to roleplay doing some sweet corn, because I want to eventually the goal in real life is to have a farm and have some sweet corn grown. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to do a lot of roleplay here on this series. So this is our International corn picker, and over here beside it we got a little trailer to go with the corn to catch the corn coming out of the chute. This is an old Massey trailer, nothing special there. We got another gravity wagon over here. This one a lot bigger for a regular corn harvesting, but we don't have a whole lot here on the farm, but enough to get started. And I didn't want to have everything ready. I wanted to work up. If you notice up in the top, I have a lot of money, but we can decide how much money we actually have. So we'll figure that out as time goes on. But here's really where the meat. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in here. Here's my quad. This is just what we use for getting around the farm, moving stuff around if we need it to. Here's the John Deere. This is our 1750. Is what I'm going to be pretending it is a 6-row corn planter, 1750. It's an older model. Back here, this is going to be the 1956 International 340 utility tractor. I know that's not what it is in the game, but that's what we're going to be going with, and it's got a front loader with a bucket on the front, and we got this generic, I got this, this is on the mod hub. It's just a little lime spreader, but you know, you can get these at Tractor Supply and get them at any agriculture store. So that's what we're gonna be using for spreading lime. It's gonna be work, but and this here is gonna be Grandpa's 1955 Ford F-150. This is gonna be the farm truck that he had back in the day to use on the farm. It's tucked away back in here. It's in really good condition, so I'm excited to use this too. We're gonna be going with a role play here, so I'm excited to get this started. And I think first things first, we'll check out the map and show you what we got going on here, what we own. So really what we own here is this area. This is our farm here. This got all of our buildings here in one spot. This is going to be a cornfield. 14 here is going to be corn. 13 is going to be our hayfield. There's a fence kind of going around this area right here. I thought maybe we could finish it, or at least pretend to finish it, and then this is where the horses will be spending most of the time when we get some horses, and they'll be living in the barn in the cold months. But this over here is going to be corn again, unless I change my mind. We're going to do a lot of corn, and then these are going to be corn as well, unless you guys think I should do something else. Maybe oats or soybeans would be the only two other things that I would like to do. And then all this wilderness back here is ours too, so that's pretty exciting. I have some things up there that we can explore in the future episodes, but I think the first task we have here is to get the pH levels of our fields back up. So I think I'm gonna have to make a couple phone calls, see where I can get some pelletized lime bags. I need to get them in bags because we're using that small spreader. It's gonna take a long time with that, and it's not going to be fun, but that's how we're going to do it. Here, I'll do a little drive through of the farm. I'm really excited. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I hope you guys like it too, but we're going to be doing a realism roleplay series here on PlayStation 4 Farming Simulator 19 on Bucks County. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I've been working on this for a long time, getting it ready. So I'm ready to just farm, get all the work out of the way. Like I said, I have 20 hours of prep work going into this and have done very little actual tractor work. So let me make a phone call here and get some lime prepared for us, see where I can pick it up, and we'll get back to work as soon as I get that figured out. So I'll catch up with you after a couple phone calls. Well, after a few phone calls, luckily I was able to find a place right down the road that sells pelletized lime in bags. So they loaded me up here with a couple pallets of it, and we're ready to head back to the farm now. Whoops. Not real excited about this job. It's gonna take a long time with this little spreader, but that's all we got, at least for this year. Maybe we can upgrade in time, but not right now. Gotta make it a little bit harder on ourselves, you know. Don't want to start out with the biggest equipment. Gotta have some stuff to look forward to. So we're gonna start small here on Grandpa's farm, is what I'm gonna call it. Try to stick under the speed, you know, or at least a little bit over the speed limit. Let's go. Try 40. Seems like a good. I generally go about 5 over in real life, so that seems fair. We're gonna park this down here, right on the side of the road over here by the far cornfield. We're just gonna pull off right here. Hopefully we'll get off enough to where no one will hit us. So we'll park it here, and I guess we're gonna have to walk back up to the shop to get the tractor with the spreader on it. So maybe I'll speed that up a little bit. Here we go. Whew, alright. After a nice little run, we finally made it up here to the 1956, I believe, International 340 Utility Tractor is what we're going to call this puppy. Now this tractor, I do actually have a real life counterpart to go with. At my family's property there is a 340 utility, but it's been sitting there so long it probably would take so much work to get out of there. Maybe one day when I buy some property I'll fix it up and put it to work, but for now it's just going to sit in some bushes, which is kind of sad. I have a couple pictures of it, and it's up in Pennsylvania right now. Like I said, I'm living in North Carolina, so I don't get to go visit that property too much, but we're looking to purchase some property in Pennsylvania in real life now, so that's going to be exciting. But for now, we're going to do some virtual farming, which might even be more fun, you know? No real risk involved in virtual farming. We're going to pull this up right next to the trailer so we can get as close with this spreader as we can. Oh, no, back into it. Now easy loading, we can just pop up here into the trailer and cut them in, but time to get started. Here we go. now that we got that first field done, I don't think you need to watch me do this anymore, so we'll just go ahead and skip to when we're done getting these fields lined in. Obviously you saw me, I was cheating a little bit. I'm using the helper refill buy because there's no way that I'm coming back down here to fill this up as many times as I would have to if I wasn't. So that's fine. If you want to say it's cheating, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. But that's how I want to play. So at least with this, we'll see how it goes in the future. But we're gonna start this field, and I'll catch up with you guys when we're doing some spring tillage with the 1486 by Julian F Modding. I'm super excited. I'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, well, that job took a lot longer than I wanted it to with this little line spreader, but it did the job. Just took a lot longer than we wanted, but it was nice to get back on this this 340 utility tractor. Man, it's been a long time since I've got to drive this thing. So the guy down at the co-op, or the store that I got the pelletized lime at, said the 2 pallets would be plenty. And he was right, I guess, if you consider this much extra plenty. I don't know, but at least we got it done. We'll have to clean this up later. I just put it in here because it's getting late, so we're gonna get in here and hook this up and take a look at the John Deere 1630 disc. Make sure everything is looking alright on that. I'm just gonna hook it up back here. It's gonna be a little tight with these tools on. We're gonna have to back it up here and hook it up. But it's pretty old, but looks like it should do the trick. So we've got it hooked up there and raise it up a little bit. Alright, now we can. I'm just gonna pull it over to the shop and take a look at it tonight. I'm not even gonna start tonight. It's just too dark. I won't be able to see anything, but we'll take a look at it and make sure everything is functioning and doesn't need any replacement parts before we take it out to the field. So we'll just take a look at it here and make sure everything's good. Looks fine. It's a little beat up. Probably could use a few bolts here and there, but we'll take a better look at it later. For now, we're gonna call it a night. So I'll get back to you guys in the morning when we start disking up these cornfields. In a little bit. Well, good morning. Got up early this morning, and it's been about an hour or so getting this spreader cleaned up a little bit and the tractor cleaned off. Just, that lime will really eat at the metal and stuff, so we don't want to leave that on there. But spent a little bit of time getting that cleaned up today before we get this spring tillage going. We got this John Deere 1630 disc. Not sure what year it is. It's an older model. It's in decent shape. I was out here looking it over and checking it, making sure everything's buttoned up, ready for the field, but it's looking good. We're actually going to go down to the lower cornfield. That's what we call it, lower cornfield down there. That is going to be where I'm planning, one of the fields I'm planning on doing sweet corn in. We're going to roleplay some sweet corn. I was doing a little bit of research last night on the computer after I finished liming, and I saw that some guys have used these, older style corn pickers for sweet corn, but it does bruise it up a little bit. So I think what we're going to do is we'll probably harvest sweet corn by hand, for a while at the beginning of the season. Make sure we get the good stuff out. Then maybe once it gets towards, you know, drying up a little bit more, we'll use the harvester to get it all off the field, and or not the harvester, the corn picker, sorry. We'll use that International 2PR corn picker, 2-row corn picker, and pick what's left of the sweet corn. Might not be the best quality sweet corn, but that's alright. That's why we do that last after we do it by hand. So, yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this thing rolling. It's been a long time since I've used this tractor, but it's got plenty of power to pull this disc, so it should be a pretty easy day, easy morning. I mean, we got all these fields to do, but we're gonna start with this small one first. So I'll probably speed this up for you guys, so you don't have to watch me do this. So probably put on a little bit of music, and we'll get this going then. Swath left on this field, and we'll be done this first sweet corn field. I'm not going to put you guys through watching me do all these fields. I'm going to end the first episode here. Please like the video if you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or ideas, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to answer any questions. Yeah. Any of you guys have any ideas, please let me know. I'd appreciate it. But we're going to continue discing here with the 1486 by Julian F Modding and the John Deere 1630 disc. But until next time, be safe. Thanks for watching.